Wake up!
Sleep already.
Wait. God dang it, Egg.
Do I sound like I can wake him up?
Coconuts.
I have something that could wake him up.
Balls.
He got to it first.
It didn't work.
Damn it, we need to bust out the Green Goblin. We need to bust him out of jail.
Where is he? Come on. Here we go.
And I'm Norman Osborn, a.k.a. the Green Goblin.
It's your grandfather.
Surely his grandfather goblin son will help him.
Hold on. Oh.
What the fuck, yo?
He's doing his traditional laughing and saying random obscenities in his sleep.
I think I know something that'll wake him up. Hold on, I gotta find it.
I have a backup idea,
Okay.
just in case. The nuclear option.
The nuclear blast.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle? What?
That's a good show.
He's giving hints to his death.
Oh my god, he's gonna be covered in mud like the end of Malcolm in the Middle.
Life isn't fair.
Life is unfair. That's a classic. Where's this goddamn video? There it is. Hold on, let me scroll to the part I need.
Oh my god, this fucking bastard.
Oh, where is it?
It's crazy, he was awake just before we started the podcast.
He passed out, purely asleep. Okay, hold on, wait.
It's probably that fucking hypnosis I put him under.
You freak! This is your fault.
Hey, it's not my fault. I didn't put him under any hypnosis or anything. I don't know where you did that idea
You just
from.
admitted to the truth.
I
Okay. Hold on, where is it? Come on. Here it is. Hopefully this will wake up.
My son? Hello? Who is that? Oh.
Hey, we're doing the podcast.
Oh, we're doing a podcast?
Yeah,
Oh, crazy, dog. Just to note that when you said nuclear option, why I said Malcolm in the Middle, because that's a thing from one of the episodes. It's like they said, like, we can finally get rid of the nuclear option, and like.
Oh, you mean like the
because
firework?
like they convinced their mom that she had cancer.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
So they all had like this lock on them, like the key to lock, so
my
that they could never, when anything went bad with them, like they couldn't just really fuck everyone over.
My idea for the nuclear option was that I was just gonna be like, God dang it, I'm not recording. And then Egg would have been like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, you're awake!
Good.
I said, no, I'm not.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this in podcast notes, so be there. My cousin sent me a picture of myself from a few years ago. I don't know how this is like this, but it's like at the perfect angle to where it looked like I have a really, really fat neck.
I thought you were gonna say cock.
No, I wanted to show this because it's just so weird looking. Here it is when it sends.
Oh!
Holy shit!
Oh my
I
god!
look like I just have a really thick neck, and I don't know why.
What the?
I asked him, I was like, "Did you Photoshop this?" And he's like, "No, this is this is a normal picture."
This is fucking Corey Taylor up in this bitch. Holy shit!
Also, that
Has neck.
face too.
You look like fucking Gabe Newell's son.
Maybe it was actually Photoshopped and he's screwing with me. He doesn't seem like the person that knows how to Photoshop.
It looks ridiculous though.
I know.
This looks weird.
It almost looks fake, but there's grain around it, like camera grain. So like, who knows? So Egg.
Yeah.
I told NT this story mere moments ago, and I realized as I was telling it that it would probably be better on a podcast, and I'm glad that you're here and you haven't heard it. So yesterday, right, my good friends Caleb and Drew arrived at my house to eat lunch and hang out, and then watch The Walking Dead.
Wait. You mean Sea Dog?
MT refers to him as the salty sea dog, but we were gonna watch The Walking Dead as well, a very big episode, season 4 mid-season finale, and
Kushname. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even know what you said.
Spoilers for Goblin.
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
fucking gibberish. But
No, it's not.
They got here. We were hanging out in my living room and talking. And Envy, my brother, was in the kitchen in the other room. And he was.
Was he a bit envious?
Anyway,
I don't even know if that's a word.
He was actually killing cowboys.
But he put some butter on the stove, like in a pan, and he was gonna make himself some pasta.
Mm-hmm.
And he put the butter in the pan on the stove and then left. Like, he went upstairs and then he forgot about the butter. And at one point, Caleb, he pointed and he was like, "Hey, your brother's whatever that is like smoking a little bit. Do you think we should go get him and let him know?" And I was like, Envy's a smart man. He knows what he's doing. And so I was just like, it's probably fine. And then we're talking, and then I look over, and there is a giant pillar of flames coming out of the pan, and and I was like, "Oh my god!" And we all started yelling, and because Envy's username that they've experienced is Cowboy Killer, they were just like, yo, go get Cowboy Killer, his thing's on fire. And so I ran upstairs and I was like, yo, your thing's on fire. And he ran down and like, he just picked up the pan with like the giant burning flames, and my friend Drew opened the door, and Envy heroically threw the pan outside, where Caleb then poured water on it and put the fire out. We, as he was carrying the pan out and Drew had the door open, I was like, "There's really nothing left to go wrong." So I'm comfortable now laughing at the ridiculousness of this and now taking a picture. So if you look in the podcast chat, there's should be the picture. Drew for some reason turned into Spider-Man whenever the picture was taken.
He's crawling around. I think he was ducking because he thought he was about to be set on fire.
Oh yeah, he was. That because I had the live thing on my iPhone, where like.
So is that you holding that, or is that?
No, that's Envy.
Oh.
He looks like he's shooting a flamethrower.
Yeah, that's what
firebending.
Yeah, and he apparently burnt a little bit of his hair.
Is that gonna be like his backstory to why he's a villain, and how he has this cool scar or something?
Yeah, it went directly into his eye. It wasn't his evil father or anything.
No, I didn't mean like Zuko, but I mean I guess.
But yeah, it was pretty intense. And hold on, wait, I'm gonna see. There might actually be a video of the disposal itself.
A video? Why didn't you show me this? If there's a video. Better not be wasting my damn time.
Found the video.
Or send it.
Hold on. I have to screen record it because it's on Drew's story. Alright, there we go. Boom. It's done. Hopefully it'll be good enough to send in the podcast notes chat.
It's too big.
No!
It's too big.
It's too big, man.
Sad. Alright, here's the video, audience at home. Oh, that was a good one.
It's fucking
wait, I bet I could just upload the video from my phone onto YouTube. It's 10 seconds.
You could put it on Instagram.
This is also true, but I've already uploaded it on YouTube.
Okay. You gonna send us the link so we can properly react?
I think I uploaded it as public. Hold on.
Quick, fix it! Delete it!
No, it's on this. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. We're gonna watch this. The audience is gonna hear our live reaction. All two of the people that watch our videos.
Our podcast.
Hello, people who are now listening. It's probably you,
Spencer?
Egg, you fucking fat piece of shit.
Probably, Egg.
Keaton,
Spencer's
you're here too,
probably falling asleep right now.
Keaton is probably here too.
Dell is probably completely nude listening to this.
Fritz is dead on his keyboard as I finally assassinated him.
Oh my god, bless the Lord.
I had to sacrifice him as he is my firstborn, even though I didn't give birth to him, and I don't have children. Closest.
We know you do,
I'm a virgin.
You can't hide them from us.
I'm the Virgin Mary.
Really?
No, you're not.
Wait! Oh no! Oh no!
All right, I sent the video.
No! Did Jesus have any siblings?
This video has age restriction.
Age restriction?
Oh, wow. There's no audio.
Why does it have age restriction and no audio?
It's unlisted. There's no audio because Drew turned off the audio whenever he
what an idiot.
put it on his story.
How fast is YouTube? You're doing a fucking speed run on age restriction?
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright, Egg, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright. The video's playing in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god.
As you can see, the flames. Envy sets it carefully down.
Wait, what is he going to do? What? That's where it ends? He just puts it outside?
Well, Caleb then walked up with a bottle of water and just put water on it and it went out.
You guys are all madmen. You always have these stories that are just completely crazy.
Yeah, I know, like the crazy homeless man at Panera Bread.
I forgot about that one.
And
it's kind of like when Del told that story about the naked man on bath salts, and he never remembers the details of the story, but I remember it so well, just because I remember it shocked me, and I was like, I've never experienced anything like that. He's like, but you live in America, my friend, and I was like, yeah, but I don't live in the crazy parts. Nothing bad has ever happened to me.
Does Drew listen to Lil Uzi Vert?
I don't know, man. He says that he doesn't think that those statistics are correct because that's the part of the Spotify rap thing. I think mine have to be.
Make sure.
All they proved is that I'm addicted to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. MT.
Yeah.
You had an image you wanted to share at the beginning of the podcast.
I already did.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh, it's his penis.
No, it's the big neck man of myself.
Is it
yeah.
small? Some might
Okay.
even use the word
tiny?
Tim.
Is
good. Black.
Fairy.
And
Whoa.
White.
Fairy. Oh.
sexy.
Wait, what?
This is stupid. Stop. Move on to the next topic.
Tiny Tim is very black and white and sexy.
He's not.
You
black.
heard it first, folks. Fuck.
So do we want to get into the school bull honky?
Yeah, I wanted to give this quick moment to give a quick shout out to Cowboy Killer.
Boo.
Anyway,
oh my God.
I'd like to take this moment to
does
give
anybody
a shout
have
out.
any? I hate all of you. Has there been any updates in your guys' life recently? I know Egg, you recently killed 3 people or something.
Yeah, that's it. All right, thank you for listening.
Okay, so I started animating the 3rd Sonic fanfiction and the 4th one at the same time.
So multitasking.
But I gotta stop on that because I have literally a month to finish the Iron Chef animation. Because I want it to come out in the Iron Chef 3 anniversary.
Is it actually coming out?
Well,
like finally?
Well, that's the plan.
Holy shit!
You're coming out?
Yeah, I'm gay.
Yeah, I'm gay too.
Lovers.
Listen.
What MT? Let's hook up.
No, Egg, no. There was a. I don't think I've told you this story, Egg. There was apparently I don't remember this, but my father told me when I was very young. We were at the supermarket. Yeah, and there was this guy standing in front of us in line, and apparently little like 3-year-old me went up to him and was like, "You're very black." And like apparently because like he had very very dark skin. I'd never seen someone with such dark skin. Like I've seen black people before, just not that black. And he was like, I am. Like he was proud of it.
Good. He should be.
He should be. And I that's a funny story. But then my brother has a less funny story where he went to a woman in line and said, "You're really fat." And it was just really mean. So anyway,
that man and that woman both met, and now that is how we have Egg.
Anyway, as I was saying though, yeah, the Iron Chef animation.
What?
It's actually quite funny how it was the first one I made an animatic for, and then for like 2 years I did not work on it. And then I started once all the other ones were done.
Like in the very, 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 very early days of the week, hearing rumors and tales about it.
Okay, so there's a story I want to tell. And I remember telling you about this luck, and you were saying this wasn't you, which makes me think it was Jiggles. Because for some reason I get you guys confused in stories sometimes. there was just a time, one of you two, probably him, but for some reason I remember you doing it, but you say you haven't done it, is, this was early, very, very early Weak Cult days, like ridiculously early, like within the first month. I remember I made the animatic and I was like, hey guys, look at this, I made the animatic. I was like, don't share with anyone. And then literally that day I see one of you has posted it on the Deep Sheep subreddit. And I was like, what is wrong with you? And he's like, well, you know, I thought it'd be cool, you know, show the fan base. And I was like, it's not done!
I think
that
I
is
him.
definitely Jiggles.
I think I remembered him doing that.
I just remember yelling at... I'm pretty sure it's him now, but, like, I just remember being so pissed off, because I was like, why would you post it, you know?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, I actually have
him.
no
I remember this.
memory
That
of
was him.
doing that. And also, like, that's just such a Jiggles thing to do. Because, like, he did stuff like that all the time. Like, with the... You remember the old, the profile picture of the public
God.
Discord thing?
We're not.
Like,
We're not talking about him in this podcast. The point. I was talking about Iron Chef. The point is, after like not working on 2 years, I finally kicked it in high gear. I'm very far into it. I'm over halfway, and I could finish it for January. I just need to focus on it. So yeah.
Iron Chef, and do you have a history of making banger things? Because Golden Chef, of course, being related to Iron Chef, Golden Chef Part 1, we can all agree, is a beautiful banger. And then your Iron Chef Deep Sheep fan art is also my favorite of your Deep Sheep fan art.
I'm gonna use that as the end screen card, like how I used the drawing of Connor for the Connor surfboard animation.
Classic. So maybe
there-
this animation will be a banger. I remember hearing things about it and being like, yo, that
Those
sounds
legends.
cool.
I've
long
seen
ago.
snippets of it.
Do you guys mind if I go on a tangent talking about animations just for a little bit?
Go on a tangent talking about animation.
Ah, sweet. Okay, hold on.
The Tarnum talk.
Tarnum, shut up. Hold on. I'm just gonna scroll through animations.
talking.
Welcome to Tarnum Talk. We're going to be talking about. I was gonna say something really racist, and I'm glad I stopped myself.
What is up with this? This never happens outside of podcasts.
I don't know.
What the? No, there's never. No, actually, that doesn't.
I don't know.
It really doesn't.
I don't know. I think it's your fault, Dick. Let me find.
Why I'm giving off this racist aura right now?
Yeah,
true.
and I give out the homophobic aura. Actually, definitely Dell gives the xenophobic aura.
Oh, for sure. He's always talking about how he wants to burn America to the ground.
Yeah. And then MT gives out the sizest.
Lunar gives off Alzheimer's.
Oh, here's a fun little thing.
MT's the sizest. He hates people.
I mentioned this on Reddit, but my Spencer Cries Deep Sheep animation, the 6-second one, it was was going to be a much longer thing that was just like Daniel Funny Moments animated. I put like the rest that I animated on the subreddit. Did you guys see that? Where he's in bed.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of laughing like it just slowly like fucking lost quality, which I've. Fuck! It slowly lost quality.
Yeah, it slowly
When I,
fell apart because I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Alright,
podcast audience, the reason I screamed because I cut out. I'm sorry.
Did Luck say you cut out?
No, I saw my
okay.
like little thing not lighting up when I was talking.
So yeah, that's from that.
EMP'd?
It's weird because like that part of the get in your head, that part, that animation to me, I look at that, I'm like, this looks terrible. Like it looks really bad, but Spencer Cries looks great.
Yeah, it does. Like I like it kind of. It's like this doesn't look like MT. Like,
I don't know why my quality dipped
at
so
its best.
hard. That's probably what made me think like I don't want to do the rest of this.
You're probably
but-
like yo, and then it just all went from there.
Yeah, I went yo.
What the fuck?
Oh
Yeah,
dang it! I went to my I thought I clicked on my animation playlist, but I clicked on my family friendly animation playlist. Let's see here. So I don't know if I just hurt myself.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I don't know if I've talked about this with you guys or on the podcast, but this is a really interesting story. The Alex's Terrible Life animation. When I initially made that, I literally finished all the animation. It was done, and then I sat there and I was like, these backgrounds are really bad. And I was not happy with them because they were just like yellow and with like lacking so much detail. And I spent like a week redrawing all the backgrounds to make them look much better. And every time I watch that, I'm just so happy with all the detail. Have I ever told that before?
No, I don't think so.
It's really interesting. I really wish I had a comparison, because literally, like, the backgrounds in the original are just really yellow, and it was based on their real apartment, because it's yellow, but I just didn't like how it looked, and I made it like blue, because I thought that looked way better, and I added a spotlight. That was the first time I ever had like lighting in my animation. That was interesting. What else I got here? Look at them eyebrows, I Need Wheat, and the chicken from Mob Hunt were all part of another scrap thing. It was going to be a series called Deep Sheep Bits, where it was just like less than 10-second clips animated and then edited together to make a minute animation. It was going to be like it would be a in-between upload thing. Like the first one would be on Deep Sheep and the second would be on my channel. It would be a back and forth. But then I didn't like the idea. I guess we're on school bull honky, the topic of this podcast.
Yeah, I do love school shit in my ass. What the fuck?
I love stuffing shit up my ass.
Stuffing shit up my ass.
So MT has a story as old as time. I remember hearing legends about this in the early Weekle days. It is simply titled Bucket Water.
This was in a podcast that has been lost. We might actually be able to bring it back, but I don't think we
The
will.
Sands of Time.
It was
in the old Texas history
in the old ancient text. It was like in the
There's
second
the
or third
Alamo,
one.
and then this is like a level above the Alamo.
Remember the water bucket. So I was in class and I was just drawing on like a test. And the teacher was this teacher, by the way. I will ramble about her later, but I have to tell the story first.
I will go off later.
I was just thinking about Minecraft, and I was like, freaking obsidian, man. And I was just imagining like the way you make it, and so I started drawing a bucket with water coming out of it. It was gonna at the end, it was gonna pour onto lava, and it was gonna look like obsidian. But it was just a bucket with water coming out of it. And the teacher came over with an infuriated look on her face. I was like, what? And she took it, and then she made me stay after class. And then apparently she thought I was drawing a penis. And I was like, no, that's a bucket with water coming out of it. Which, by the way, if I'm not going to draw it out, but you're probably imagining it. Nobody's penis has like a flat top. Nobody's tip is a cylinder. That doesn't make any sense.
You don't know that.
Okay, well, if yours is, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm not talking to you, Egg, talking to the people of the audience. Unless you do have one, of course.
I'm sorry for all those people out there with the cheese-grated penis.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible.
Okay.
Anyway, though,
think of something else.
I was really mad. I was like, I didn't do that. And then I remember I showed my parents and explained to them. They're like, oh, like, she's just stupid. And he's like, why don't you... She said, why didn't... Blah! My family's like, why don't you explain this to her? And she said, I can't talk. I said, I did. She didn't understand. Like, that's stupid. And then I remember my art teacher saw that I had one of those, and then she saw in the note, she's like, you shouldn't be drawing that unless you're, like, in medical class. And then I explained to her what it was. She was like, oh, the teacher's just stupid. And then I remember I was at, like, the punishment, which was, like, I wasn't allowed to go to lunch and hang out with my friends. And when they were there, they were like, why are you here? And I gave them the note, and they were like, you drew a penis? And then I was like, no, it's this. And I drew it, and they're like, oh, your teacher's just stupid. Like, everybody else but the teacher understood the fact that it was a bucket with water coming out of it.
And
but anyway.
When you told me that story recently,
Mm-hmm.
when you were talking about like your little like the detention or ISS or whatever you want to call it, like you were like, and then I went to some correctional facility. And I was just like,
I mean, that's what it was
holy
supposed to be.
shit.
But it was in the school. But then, okay, so the teacher, I don't remember her name, but I just remember everybody did not like her just because she was so mean and old. And I remember there was this time where he's like, I can't remember her exact wording. I think she said, please, she said to this kid, this kid was actually pretty funny. But he said, please announce to the class the chapter 13. And he goes, the Mexicans invaded the Alamo! Or something. I don't remember what it was. But he just started screaming it, right? And everybody lost their minds laughing just because she said announce it. It was so funny, and she was so pissed off at him. But to me, the funniest thing about this teacher was we had a teacher. It was a very young teacher. He was like in his late 20s. And like I remember he's like, yeah, I went here when I was a kid. He's like, I actually had that teacher you guys don't like when I was here. He was like, she's been here for that long? He's like, yeah, I didn't like her then either. I know I had another school bull honky story.
Oh, well,
I'll just tell this one really quick because it... Oh, did it? Where?
In the podcast notes chat.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I didn't put this one on here, but I've told this like 1,000 times to everybody, but the time when there was this kid calling a black girl poop face, and then her friend said, why do you keep calling her that? And then I just said, because she's black. That was my theory, and then I got in trouble, which doesn't make any sense. I was not the one calling her poop face, which I think that's actually makes me think of that story you want to tell.
That's what I was about to say. So, in the old days of 2nd grade, all right.
What year was this?
What year was this?
2011.
I don't work with
2nd grade was 2012.
So how old were you?
Really?
I was 8 at the time.
Wow.
And
I was 12.
That's cool,
I
bro.
was just chilling out in 2nd grade, doing my 2nd
chilling,
grade
start
stuff,
having fun.
and we were. I don't know how you guys just like elementary schools work, but like every time we
It's
go
primary
somewhere,
school.
we're all in like a line, you know, walking down the hall, and and then the teacher's like, "Ah, fuck, the nuclear blast."
And the teacher's like, bah, bah, bah. Why was it so loud? That's like really loud too.
I just love imagining your teacher going, burn, burn, and the children are terrified. Please stop.
Anyways, the teacher's like, you know what, guys, you guys can use the bathroom now. We're stopping. And so like, if you're not using the bathroom, you're just standing there. And then if you are, you go in there and use the bathroom. And I think it was like only 2 kids could be in the bathroom at one time. And like I remember I went into the bathroom. I was at the urinal, which I hate the urinals where there's no wall in between them. And at my elementary school, there were these giant urinals, and they had no walls in between them. So if you really wanted to, you could just see everything. And this one kid, who was also one of those fucking kids, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or not, but like one of those kids who in elementary school would just like take off their entire pants to pee. I
used to be that kid, and then it became the kids that made fun of that kid.
Yep. But I remember, I think I did that like one time, but then I
look at his ass cheeks, ha ha!
I remember I did that one time, but then no one made fun of me because it was in kindergarten, and I found the more efficient way. Did
you take a shit in the urinal?
Yeah, and
my brother did that.
But anyways, we that kid, he was the same kid who did that, and he was like, he said like fuck or something because it was edgy, and he was in 2nd grade.
Do you think he got stuck in the toilet? That's why I said that?
Who knows? But he just said like, he said something like, shit fuck, you know, because he just heard like bad words, and I remember I was like, oh damn, that's not good.
This kid is a nuisance to society.
Yeah, and so I went like after we went back to the classroom, I told the teacher, I was like, he said the F word, and she was like, and I to this day think that she was baiting me, okay, cause she was like, what do you mean? And it's like in my mind I was like, bitch, what the fuck do you think I mean? Like there's only 2 F words that there could be, and both of them are bad. And like
technically there's tons of F words, but
you know what I mean.
yeah.
But like I was just like, it's the F word, and then my friend Vincent was next to me, and he was like, he also said the because I was saying he said the F and the S word, it was shit and fuck, and then my friend Vincent was like, no, you have to clarify, it was the SH word, and I was like, that's stupid, and but I was just like, the main thing is the F word. That's the worst one. And
there's too many S words.
And she was like, I don't know what you.
Slut.
She was like, I don't know what you mean.
Slug.
And I was just like, F-U-C-K, the F word. And then I got in trouble for spelling it out because this bitch is stupid. And
She probably was baiting you. Either that or she was trying to protect the innocents and was offended when you spilled it out.
Like,
She's like, what the fuck did you say?
she should have just, if she didn't want to punish the kid, she should have just been like, oh, it's fine. Like, or something like that. Or just acknowledged the fact that he did say it and she knew what I was talking about. Like, I think that was entrapment. And then I got in trouble. Oh. And my friend who was next to me was like, he freaking threw me under the bus. He was like, dude, why'd you say that? And I was like, that is not as bad as actually saying it. Because in my mind, it's like, I'm not saying it. I'm telling you and just trying to make you understand. And my friend...
That whole story...
My friend was just like, what the heck, man? Why'd you say that? And I was like, screw you guys. And then they made me in trouble.
What the freaking heck, man? That whole story makes me think of, like, that scene from A Christmas Story. Where, like, the little kid, he's talking to his dad. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but, like, in the movie it goes, fudge. And then the narrator go, but I didn't say fudge. I said the real word.
Frick. Yeah.
Frick you. What other stories do we have? I remember there was a time, it was around Christmas season, and this old man with a long white beard came strolling by. We were outside at our like wooden area, and this man came on his motorbike, and we all turned and went, Santa! And I jumped off the fence and chased after him, and my teacher got mad at me and put me in timeout. And I was like, I wanted Santa. That made me really mad. And then there's another short one. Is someone's dog got loose and ran over to us. And I was like, a dog! Because I love dogs. Yes. And I started petting it, and it bit me. Because it didn't know me. It was scared. And then the teachers got mad at me for petting it. And I was like, stop, what? It came to me.
I remember in kindergarten, because like the way the swings were, it was like whenever it would rain, it would just pile up in those little like holes. Or not holes, but like little indentions underneath the swings. And then whenever winter would come, I don't know why, but in kindergarten, we had like the coldest winter of all time. And there was like a snow day, and then we came back from the snow day, and there was still like leftover snow, but there was no ice on the roads. But those puddles underneath the swings became like these big things of ice, and me and my friends were just astonished by it. And we kept like putting one foot on it, and then like putting away, like, oh, what if we fell in and there was like a fucking ocean underneath it, even though we know that that's not true. And and we just kept putting our feet on it. And then the teacher said, hey, you kids, stop doing that or you'll go on the fence. Because, like, if you were...
you'll go on the fence. Because you had, like, an accent.
If you get in trouble, they're like, you go on the fence for recess, and you just walk up and down the fence around the playground. And it's honestly, like, psychological torture, because you're just watching your friends have a good time. You're just supposed to stand and or walk along the fence. And it's just genuine prison. It sucks. And I remember I was like,
oh my god! Hold on, I'm gonna write this down.
I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. And so I just put one foot on that damn ice, and I pressed it down. And I didn't slip or anything. It like started to crack the ice. And the teacher was like, yo, you go on the fence. And I was like, okay.
I love how like when someone's telling a story and it reminds them to you of something, and he just, oh my god! I gotta write this down.
Because it makes me think of a good story. There was this time I remember.
Tell the story.
I am. There was something. Oh yeah.
I got a story.
There's what was it? So, at my school, like, if you had not finished your assignments, you had to stay inside for recess.
You had to be executed.
No.
Oh.
Mine was worse. You had to go to recess and just sit at a fucking picnic table doing it.
But yeah, like, I remember this so well just because it made me so depressed. I remember it was like the 10th day in a row where I didn't go out to recess because I'd never finished my assignments. And I turned to my teacher, and I'm like, please, teacher, I've not gone to recess in days. I really want to go to recess. And she said, okay. She was like, you know what? That's fair. You kids should be allowed to play. Go ahead. Go to recess. And I said, thank you. And I was happily running to recess. And then another teacher stopped me and said, hey, you haven't finished assignments in my class. Get in here. And I was like, oh. And then like later that day, I had her class, and she was like, "Did you enjoy recess?" And I said, "No."
That is evil.
Yeah. Oh, it was horrible.
Did you enjoy recess, little one?
No. She wasn't making fun of me. She genuinely thought that I went to recess. Like, she was like, you know what, I'll let him go to recess. She was not, like, making fun of me. She was like, did you enjoy recess? And I'm like, no, somebody else made me do class.
Oh, I thought you said the one who stopped you.
No. It was a different teacher.
I do
That would be
have
totally
a couple,
Satan. Tell it, Egg!
couple small stories. Shut up.
Bodie.
So our like school systems are a lot different because we use groups.
We have
so,
groups, too.
like, when you shut up. When you're first time you're going to school, you're in group 1 and you're like around 4 or 5 years old. And you go from group 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. Like each group is a year. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 is your last one. Then you're around 12 or 13. Fuck. Then you're about 12 or 13. Where the fuck? Here it is. And then you go to, I think we call this high school, but we call it, like, just translate it, it's just middle school. And then you do year 1 to 4, or you can do more years, but I did 1 to 4. And then I think you're like around 17, 16 when you can because year 3 and 4 you choose like which like kind of job you want, like, you know, baking or something, because I chose baking, but I wanted to do IT, but I was still allowed to do IT, so I'm now doing IT on a different school. And then after that you just fuck off and get a job, or you just, you know, become more fucking smarter. It doesn't really matter what you do. But anyway, so I'm fucking we got to go in elementary. There's a fucking funny thing, right? So we had this one swing set on the fucking playground. Playground was huge, by the way. It's fucking like you could do some fucking track running and shit. It was like fucking huge. But there was one swing set, and me and one friend, we always like use that thing to be a fucking catapult, like a fucking artillery battery, because we would swing. One person would swing, and the others would like throw rocks at you, and you would kick the rocks on the fucking playground, like small rocks. So we just fucking kicked rocks over the fucking playground, and we kept hitting kids in their head. And we were like this fucking mortar team, like just fucking firing and shit. And one time we got hands on fucking tennis balls, and those things just flew around the fucking playground. And the teachers, like, they had like fucking 10 minutes of not knowing where they were coming from for some reason. Like, they were like, where are these tennis balls coming from? And then they looked at us like, are you these fucking kids are shooting them. And like, you know, we got stopped and we were like arrested or something, I don't know. Also a thing that happens is group 8 gets to play I think it was on Thursday, like on the first recess, they get to play soccer or football, because, you know, that sounds a lot better. So they get to play soccer, and so when the ball goes over, like, you know, not on the playground anymore, like, you're supposed to call a teacher that someone could get it, right? But the thing was, you get 3 strikes, and if it goes over again, like, you're not allowed to play anymore, because we were really fucking careful. But if it did go over, we're like, are you fucking shitting me? Like, the kid kicked it over, we like fucking beat him up or something, I don't know. And then so like sometimes the ball just didn't go far. It was like literally right like at the fucking gate. So we would just pick it up and go further. But like sometimes it was like a little bit further, so it was just like a small walking distance away. But when if someone even fucking just went to get it and went back, they treated it as if you're about to fucking die. Like some fucking guy could come in and fucking snatch you and put you in their fucking van. Like, it was so fucking stupid. Like, we're like, oh no, you can't do that. You could have fucking got run over. Yeah, well, run over how? There's no fucking road. The road is like there. It's fucking stupid. There's another thing that I can tell.
Tell it then. I have a really short, funny story though.
Oh yeah, no. There was this one fucking kid who I don't know how no one noticed this, but this kid, he picked up a piece of metal and just put it in a fucking power outlet.
What?
Like, Like, this like small metal piece just was on the fucking table randomly, and he just picked it up, walked through everyone holding it, and he just went to the power outlet, and he just like fucking just poked it in. And I was the only one who saw it, by the way. Like on the fucking, I was like before he did it, like, oh, what the fuck is he? And then poof, he just fucking put it in, and he just looked around the class, and then he ran to the bathroom or something in like fucking shock.
I remember one time in kindergarten I shit my pants.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, me too, man.
I remember I was like, teacher, I have diarrhea. And she was...
I shit my pants.
She was like, have you gone? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, I'll call your mom to pick you up.
Oh my god! This reminds me of a story. Holy crap. There was this kid I knew.
That's exactly what Egg said.
I was his only friend. Ben. His
What?
name was Ben. I'll just say his name. His name was Ben. He was a really weird man, but I was like his only friend. And I remember the time.
That's pretty sad.
I was not there for this. I was just. This literally, like, we had a huge cafeteria, but this was so funny to people that everybody in the cafeteria knew it was happening. And is at Ben's table. He was sitting because we were at science sittings at the cafeteria, which is stupid. He was sitting with these people. And they all heard him had this really loud fart, and they all kind of turned to him, and he was like, "Oh!" They just got up and walked away. He left,
shit.
and like then literally the whole cafeteria, the news was spreading that he had shit his pants.
The news spread.
Yeah,
very
and we were all
quickly.
like, and then I remember this is really funny. The teacher that was watching over us, she was like, "What are you guys laughing about?" This little kid walked up and whispered to her, and she goes, "The teacher did." She thought it was funny. And then I feel bad for him because this must have been one of the most embarrassing things ever for him. But like he came back and we all noticed he had a new pair of pants on, and we all started laughing really hard. And like imagine what it must have been like. You walk back to the cafeteria and literally the entire cafeteria bursts out in laughter. Just starts laughing at you. And you're like, whoa, no. Poor Ben. Poor Ben.
That kind of reminds me of a story that I will use to segue into a larger story, okay? So...
But my baseball story.
Listen, I don't even know what that is. But, I don't even know what money is. But,
What is it?
So, 3rd grade, there was, like, the trio, right? Which was me...
The tree.
And my friend Brett and my friend Liam. And then we had, like, the... Is there a word for, like, it's like tertiary, but it's like 4th, like quadrary or quartary or something?
I don't know what the fuck.
You're talking about You're talking about the one kid that he never did the work on the assignment, but still got credit. Is that basically what you're saying? Is that one other one?
No, I'm saying he was like the 4th, like slightly less important member.
Oh, Tord?
Of the team, yeah.
The Tord of the group.
He was the Tord. He was Tordary, and he was this kid who had skipped a grade, which honestly kind of screwed him over in terms of like social development. But like he's apparently some fucking like gun-toting racist now or something.
What?
But,
whoa.
But he in 3rd grade, I remember we were friends with him, and like he would constantly whine. He's like, "You guys are so mean to me," even though it's just cause like he just like was not mature enough for that grade, you know. And so we would like hang out and make jokes, and then he'd just be like annoying, like, "Hey guys," and like it was just stupid.
Hey guys! This is like when we had jiggles in the group.
Yeah, and then I remember one day we were sitting at lunch, and you know, me and my friend Liam were talking. I don't think Brett was there; he was off doing something, and we were talking, and then his name was actually Zach, the weird kid.
Could it be?
We were talking, and he was like, "Hi, I'm Zach Chambers." No, but like he was just like
go back to Bridgeland, you freak. Oh, okay.
He had his hand on his leg, and like we were talking, and then he just went, "Why is my hand getting warm?"
Oh no!
And he had just subconsciously peed himself.
Oh no!
And I remember I felt really bad for him, and like he like told the lunch lady, he was like, "I just peed myself," and like they were like, "Oh, okay, come on."
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say the lunch lady went, "Hey guys, this guy just peed himself." That would have been hilarious. Horrible.
No, but like I didn't see.
Chester
I think
Stone
it's
just posted full up fucking hentai.
Who?
Oh God.
God motherfucking damn.
Who?
Anyway, oh wait, yeah, it's Chester. He's talking about Chester Stone. But like not yesterday. Jeez, it was in
Stone.
3rd grade still.
Yesterday was 3rd grade
that
for you.
that
yeah.
Zach kid. I remember this was the bigger story. Like, I think I've told this to MT or someone before, but I remember like we had this weird thing that we would do where like we would draw like we would like make drawings and like assign these like fictional stories to them, and we were trying to make like our own cool characters, and we were trying to make them look like Minecraft characters, you know. And like I remember he's like Matthew, can you draw mine? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I drew it, and like then I would put like his name, and then I would put except he was the only one who I didn't put the last name for because I didn't remember his last name, and I remember like he was like, oh, can I add one thing? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he just put 2 eye patches over both eyes, and I was like,
God
then you guys not able to see. And he was like, yeah, but it's funny. And I was like, I suppose.
But it's funny.
And for everybody I would write like their name and then like a joke, you know, about them. And like I remember I was
really gay.
I was like Zach constantly like I've worded it in a weird way, but I was just making a joke about how he was constantly like being weird to us, and then we're like, hey, that's kind of weird, and then he's like, you guys are you're freaking jerks. And I think I wrote something, and it was like, thanks, we hate him, but we actually don't, or something like that. And like, and then I was like, you know what, that's kind of mean. And so I crossed it out, because like I didn't have an eraser or something like that. And I wrote something else like, has a funny chin or something. And like,
Has a funny chin.
then,
Shut it, a beast.
then I remember there was like foreshadowing. Cause like I kept like losing like papers out of my backpack for some reason, and the teachers were like, "Hey, you dropped this," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And like, and then at recess they were like, "Matthew and Zach, could you come over here?" And they were like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's just a drawing." And they were like, "What's this crossed out thing?" And they honestly like that is actually none of their business. First off, like, that's just stupid. And it honestly wasn't even something that was that bad, but I was just like, no matter what I tell them, they're gonna yell at me, so I'm just gonna lie to them. Well, at first I was just like, I'm not telling you. It's not your business. It's not what I said because I didn't know what any of those words meant. But I was just basically like, screw off. And like they were like, just tell us. And I was just like, and then I just made something up so that they would shut up. And then I guess they didn't believe me. And they just kept going, and I was like, I already told you, and they were like, well, we don't believe you, and I was just like, what do you want? And then I was like, and then like the Zach kid started freaking out, and so I was like, can we have a moment alone? Can I have a moment with my client? And we went off to the side. I don't know why they permitted this, but like
The moment with your associate, you pulled your knife and got him.
Yeah, but like we went off to the side out of earshot, and he was freaking out, and I was like, listen, we just don't have to say anything, and then that's fine. Like they can't do anything to us over this, and like he was like, it's not the crossed out thing, and I was like, what is it then? He was like, it's the 2 eye patches. And,
they're mad at me for the 2 eye patches.
And no, because he was like, if they call my dad and he sees that the last time I did 2 eye patches, he gave me a German spanking.
What? Why?
Because it's stupid.
Why? Why did he? What?
He said the reason. I was like, why would he do that? And he was like, because it's stupid. And I was.
That sounds like the worst father ever. You draw 2 eye patches. I'm gonna give you a German spanking.
I was like, what is a German?
9. Wait.
He was just like he was just like,
no, that's right.
It's like a normal spanking, but you can't sit down for a year.
This is so stupid.
And I was just like, those don't exist. Like I was like, unless he spanks you with like a fucking porcupine, but like
You shove something up your
I
ass.
was just like,
and
listen, you can worry about that. Just don't talk. And then we went up, and I eventually told them, and they were like, well, you just lost our trust, and that is something valuable that you have to earn back. And I basically just said in weird third
I'm a
grade
fucking
language,
stupid little kid.
I was like, I'm a third grader, and your teacher's like, I don't care about you trusting me or anything. I don't know you. And
You shouldn't trust a third grader.
yeah. Like, you don't know what those bastards can do.
But what I really like, when we were like really young, like around 4, 5, or 6 years old, like we were little monsters. Like we would fight like with our fucking teeth. Like fucking.
Every time you tell your stories, you guys are always just monsters. Like you're always setting
Yeah,
stuff
you
on
guys
fire
are-
and
Yeah.
destroying things. Like you're just.
The rage. Well, my stories are the fire ones apparently, but like.
Well, you didn't do that in like a public pay. Like that's stupid, but you didn't do
Me
it at
and
school.
a friend just put up a fucking artillery battery with a swing.
Exactly. Okay, so
It's fu-
I have a few stories. There was this
I
time
have
we were
a
playing.
shoe story.
We were playing baseball, and my team was just the worst. Like they just were really bad about running and stopping the other team and stuff. And I was like, I think I have to even the score. And I was like I forget what they're called. The people that protect like the goals on the team that try to get if somebody throws you the ball and then you tag the person out.
Oh yeah.
um,
Baseman.
Baseman. I didn't know if that was a name or not, but yeah, I'm baseman, right? And I'm like, I need to even the score, so I buried the base. I covered it in dirt, so they couldn't get to the next base, and they're like, "Where is he?" And I'm like,
I
no
for
escape.
some reason, like this was in high school, we used to do softball, but with like still with metal bats and stuff and then normal balls, but I was fucking good, like I had like a fucking home run every single time, and I don't know why, like no one could like fucking hit the ball for some reason, and I just hit this fucking precise accuracy, just fucking hitting it and just sending
when
it
it
through the
comes to
fucking field.
games like that, like wiffle ball and baseball and t-ball and all the variants of baseball, pretty much, like, I'm good at hitting the ball with the bat, but I'm really bad at remembering that after that I have to run. Cause like I'll just be caught up in the excitement of the fact that I just made a really cool like hit. And I remember we played like wiffle ball once at church camp, and there was a point where like it was like neck and neck, and like my team needed to get like ahead, and they were like, Matthew, you're good at hitting the ball, you got this, and I was like, I got this. And so I went up there, I had the plastic bat, they threw the plastic ball, I hit it super hard, and everyone was like, yeah, and then I stood there, I was like, yeah, that's so cool, and they're like, run, and I was like, okay, and I just ran.
Just reminds me of the time.
It was also. It was also. It was all, oh. You go empty first.
This is
I
a
feel
really
bad
short
now.
one. We were just playing baseball, and because it was so cold, we had to go inside. And we were playing baseball inside the basketball gym, and I hit the ball, and it literally landed in like in the basketball hoop. People were so amazed by it because it was literally like the perfect shot. This was something that, and I wasn't even trying to do it. People were just so amazed, and the person that could have caught it and got me out was just laughing. Like he was on the floor laughing. He was that impressed, and then I got a home run. That's the end of my story. Go ahead, Egg.
Beautiful. That reminds me of a tale. This is a.
It's
very-
egg.
You
It's egg. You
fucking
idiot. You're
head
so
ass
stupid. You're so
short.
stupid.
It's so
You
short.
dumb blonde ginger looking. Ah. Okay, go ahead. Egg.
It's so short.
Okay, go Luck.
It's just one time these kids, like 2 years ago in freshman year, one time these kids threw up a ball and it knocked down one of the lights in the gym and they had to clean it up. It was funny.
Can you hurry it up, Luck?
That's it.
You done yet?
It's done.
Alright, so this fucking like.
Yeah, screw you. You dead yet?
There was we would used to do spear throwing, you know, it's training for Ooga Booga,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Training for the Holland
there's
War.
like yeah, exactly. If you like held the thing wrong, like the fucking teacher would get mad at you, and he would tell this obviously fucking bullshit story that another kid actually stabbed someone and he almost died. I'm like, that's obvious fucking bullshit. Like, that never happened, or I would have heard about it. Like,
heard about it. That reminds me of I've told this to you guys. I keep announcing that I told you. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we were playing tag, and I was so set on tagging this guy. I was so zeroed in on him. I did not notice our surroundings, and when I finally tagged him, I shoved him into a tree by accident. And it bruised his arm. And he had some weird skin condition where when his arm gets bruised, it like turns white. I've never seen anyone who has had that before. But like it looked white. And like everybody, the teacher went over and checked him, and then she, walked him back to the nurse. But the thing everybody saw was they saw white, and everybody said that I had punched him so hard his bone was sticking out.
no, that you told this story. You told this story on a fucking you have. Wasn't it like that fucking kid? What was his name?
Drew?
Like. Yeah, no, Drew, and like you said, like the guy you supposedly got his bone stuck out. Like you asked him, like did it happen? And he was like no, and then Drew was like no,
that's right.
You're lying.
Drew kept saying he's like you broke his bone.
A couple years,
and then he was like and then I got
it's like nah, you're wrong.
I got the guy who I supposedly broke his arm. I was like, did I break your arm? And he said no. And then Drew just said you're wrong to the guy who is the person who's
and then like some fucking new kid come and his name was Drew too, but you all thought
so I have told this story.
True.
Sorry everyone.
Yeah, you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what podcast it was.
Let's hear some news stories.
Okay, I got a good one. This is technically not a school one, but a Boy Scout one, but it's really funny. Your eye patch thing made me think of it. There was a time we had two groups in the Boy Scout thing. We had the Phoenixes and the... What were they? Rats? I don't remember what they were. I don't think.
What? That's such a difference in creatures. Like you have this magical firebird and she's a fucking rat.
I don't remember what they were. I think they were beavers or like
the
badgers.
sewer rats.
Oh, they were badgers. No, were they? Yes, they were badgers. They were badgers. I remember this now.
That's still a big difference.
They had the glorious phoenix and the lowly sewer rat.
And then just some fucking rats.
I know it's a badger. We were designing our flags for each team, and being the artist, I made this really cool phoenix. And my first design, I drew it on paper. I had it holding a dead badger with its eye popping out and its stomach ripped open. And I was like,
so you were the artist of the group?
Shut up. And then
you little shitty little doodles.
My silly doodles. And then they said, hey, get rid of all the violence. And I remember this spawned a character that I haven't used in years. I really need to bring him back. I think his name was... It was Barry the Badger. No, his name was Barry the Badger. And like, it's just he looks so stupid because like his eye is still sagging out, but it's not like connected by like a nerve. It's just really long. And then like his jaw's ripped open, but it's like there's no blood, so it's just a constantly open mouth. He just looks so dumb. Anyway, though, they were like, just get rid of the badger entirely, just have the phoenix. And I was like, alrighty. And I drew this really cool phoenix, and it was like, it looks so cool. And then later I left to go to the restroom, and but before I left, I remember somebody on our team was like, can you give like the chest feathers? There's no feathers on the chest. And I was like, no, I think it looks cool without feathers. And then I left, and I came back, and this dumbass decided he was going to do it himself, and he didn't know how to draw feathers, and he just drew a grid, and it looked like a piece of corn now. And everybody called us the Cornbirds, and we were so pissed off that this idiot screwed us over.
I hate kids.
But then...
fucking... Locke, why are you so far away?
I'm laying down.
Then,
Why?
He's Uegg.
Because it's sleep time.
See? Anyway, the Badgers, they drew this, like, cartoon look, it kind of looked like Goofy. Badger, with a face. And then, like, I think my brother drew that. It's a similar story. He left and came back, but his was 10 times worse. Because they added sunglasses, text that said, cool Badger guy, Breaking Bad for some reason. And they just kept adding they just kept adding stuff to the flag that was completely unrelated. And it just looked so stupid. I remember I walked in on my brother walking back, and he was like, what did you guys do? Why did you add sunglasses and cool Badger guy? And they added like a thumbs up, like, look how cool I am. Why was there Breaking Bad? I just remember they just put the Breaking Bad logo on there for no reason. Oh no, I remember it was Breaking Badger.
Breaking Badger.
Yeah. That was the pun they put. It was Breaking Badger. Yeah.
I bet they were all little runts who didn't even know anything about the show. They just saw the name Ed Bad and Brad and Bad.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't all just a bunch of little kids. There was also like the older kids, and they probably had watched it.
Was the kid with his CGI skeleton army there?
The CGI. And then here's my last Boy Scout story because we're supposed to be talking about school bull honky. But we had this kid. He plays the lazy bum in Crazy Carl.
Steve?
Not Steve. Steve? What?
Not Steve. Steve.
There was a time where like we had an open house, and this is when like kids could come, and then we'd be like, "Hey, join our Boy Scout group. We're cool Boy Scouts," and try to convince them to join. And my brother was literally telling like the senior. I forget what it's called, but the adult that was running the whole thing, he told me, he's like, please, can I, like, hide all the really young kids in the closet because they are very annoying, and they're going to ruin our chances of getting more people, and he's like, nah, they're fine, and then he's like, please, and then it started, and all the kids were showing up, he's like, yeah, come on this way, and because he didn't lock up the, younger kids, they literally run around, like, playing some stupid game while he's trying to present something, and then Daniel was literally rolling on the floor laughing, like a madman, and then there was a time they're on a camp out, and my brother is walking around, and he's like the one in charge for this camp out, and he was getting mad because people were doing stupid things, like somebody didn't set up their tent right, and he's like, what is wrong with you? There's instructions for this. And then he like walks over, and somebody accidentally set something on fire like an idiot or something. He's like, you guys are so stupid. And then he walks over to the food to get some water because he's thirsty, and then he sees Daniel sitting there, who literally just grabbed the carton of milk and just drinking it from the carton. And he's like, what is wrong with you? And he just goes, and then just puts it back in the cooler and runs away.
He's like an animal.
He was crazy. Oh, anyway.
I have a story.
Stupid.
This was in group. Shut up. In group 2, this is really young, real fucking little monsters.
Little creatures.
And we used to play this game where we would fucking build like planes out of Lego. Del would love this. And
obsession grows
like we would just put a table in the middle of the room and we just run around and do a race. Right? It was me and 2 other kids. And like this one kid who was like, he was always in first place, and I was always in second. The other one was always in third. It was like a fucking thing, like a pattern. But like this kid who was always in last place, all of a sudden was in first. He was like all of a sudden in first place. The guy who was always in first place didn't like this, so he ran up, stopped the kid, and fucking smashed his plane with his plane. And just fucking ran off again, like just fucking running around. And this kid was like, who got his plane smashed, just fucking stood there, like just fucking distraught, because his plane was actually pretty cool what he made. He was like, all this hard work and this barbarian just destroyed, and he just fucking stood there for like 15 minutes, just fucking like wondering like what the fuck just happened. And then this fucking kid was like, I'm in first place again, like fucking little shit. Yeah, I get fucking no one is laughing. It's like funny, right? It's not funny anymore. Is it really not funny? Shut up, you fucking monkey! Get out of your bed, lazy fucker. Yeah, that's where your mama. Yeah.
Ow! God dang it!
Whoa!
I just hit my foot on my like bed thing.
Your balls.
How'd you know?
Balls. Cock and Nora.
Is there any other stories you want to tell? Did you talk?
I have one, MT.
Yeah, one time in group 1, MT came to the class and he like pulled out his pants. And
anyway, this is the one, MT, that you were like, we were talking about these stories.
For pre-K?
No.
Already tell that one?
This is, no, but that I can get to that one later. It's unimportant. This is the one that me and MT the other day were talking about, like, stories like these, and then MT interrupted me while I was telling him. He was like, you know what, no, we have to...
Oh, yeah, that's right! We were literally talking about these, and I was like, wait, stop telling your story, we should save these. Tell it.
And so, I was like, yo. Wait, what? But wait,
What a story.
So back in 8th grade,
Uh-huh.
right, there was this kid, and I remember it was a weird
You're older,
day.
so you
'cause
should
we
be
had a
less stupid in these stories.
We had a substitute, and I think the week hold.
Subway sandwich.
This is mere months before the week hold became a thing.
What?
We had a substitute teacher, and because
Sandwich.
of that, everybody moved their seats. You know how people get when there's a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
And
You were in
my
8th
brain
grade
was
when
so
you joined the week hold?
I didn't join. I was a founding member. I'll have you know.
Yeah. The founding man.
Ow! I just hit myself in the head with a hat.
You were in 8th grade when you founded
Why
the
did
week
you
hold?
do that?
Yeah, solo. I founded it like a glorious pioneer. But
It's not like there were
Should have
other people.
invested in something else.
yeah, like school. But
Nuts.
Peppermint
sex.
creams.
anyway, so my brain was just so used to like the way that the seats normally were, and I remember we were like everybody was like messing around with this like trash bag for some reason, like we were throwing it around, and I grabbed it and I like was running with it, and somebody was trying to take it from me, and I like turned in a way like that would have been fine, cause like I turned and I like jerked the bag to the side, and it would have been fine if this stupid fucking kid did not like move his chair into just the middle of the open area in the class. I think he didn't move it to be closer to anybody that he talked to or anything. Like I think he moved it purely just to move it, and so I like jerked to the side as they tried to grab this bag, and the bag just flew in the kid's face and it hit him in the face. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, are you okay? And he was being a fucking over dramatic bitch. He's like, oh my eye, and I was like, let me see it, and there was nothing wrong with him. And he was like, "Oh my god, you broke my eye," and I was like, "What the
Broke?
fuck are you talking about?" He was saying shit like that. It wasn't
this
that
exactly reminds me of a story.
But I
Yeah.
was like, "This is fucking lame." And then the substitute teacher was like, "Did you just fucking assault that kid?"
Did you say it just like that?
Yeah, and he was like, "Now it's time for the fence." No, he didn't say that. But he was
To the fence,
he was
boy!
like, "Go to
Anything
the
but the
principal's."
fence! Anything!
He was like, "Go to the principal's office. I'm gonna call them and tell them what you've done." And then,
Oh, I can't believe you've done this.
and then I was like, wait,
what? You were like,
I was walking up there and I was like, God dang it, this sucks. And because it was just not a big deal. And it was an accident, you know, and like, I was just like, God dang it, this is terrible. This is gonna be like the first time I get in like serious trouble or whatever and get sent to like detention or whatever. And it's all because of some bullshit. And like, so I was just really like sad and angry about it. And then I got to the principal's office and I was like visibly upset. And I knew the people who were like in the office, the like secretaries or whatever. And I heard them lean over to each other while I was sitting there, like, this kid didn't fucking attack somebody. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, if I did, I would have gotten away with it. And like, I was just like, good. And not that I ever attacked anybody, because if I did, no one would know. And but like, they were like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, just go back to class. And then I went back to class, and this lady was like, oh, you're that kid who hit a kid. You have to sit in somebody else's classroom now. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I was just sitting in this math class that I wasn't in, and like, so I was just sitting there doing nothing, and watching it, and just watching the math class. And then the math teacher, who I also knew and was cool with, she was like, all right, everybody do your assignments. And she walked over to like the table I was at the back of the class, and she was like, yeah, there has obviously been some sort of misunderstanding, because you're not the type of person to attack someone or anything like that. And I was just like, yeah, it was kind of just like an accident that I like accidentally hit a kid with a bag. And she was like, did you explain that to the substitute? I was like, yeah. He didn't really seem to care. And she was like, oh, well, you can just chill in here. And like, I was like, all right, sick. And then that was the end of the story right there. And then I went home and ate like fucking Chick-fil-A or something. Who knows? I don't think Chick-fil-A existed back in those days.
What? It's been around since the 1800s.
Yeah, when William H. Chick-fil-A built
William
it
H.
himself.
William H. Chick-fil-A, fucking name legend over here. Holy shit.
So, do we have any more cool, fun little...
I have a
story.
thing. I have a thing.
We're having such a good time.
And it was
It's
at the
almost
fucking
longer than
elementary.
the other one, though.
I don't care. Fucking elementary, again. And we had this class called, like, I think it was computer class or
Better be
something.
the
I don't
best
know.
story.
Class.
But you were like on the like in group 7. I think we're getting like group 5. I think you had to make like these topics, and like you had to just make a presentation about that topic. So in group 5 you had to do some really basic stuff like about animals or something, and then when the years go on you get more advanced topics if you
I know what you're saying.
I think you could call that. Yeah. So it was pretty funny because in group 7, like I was trying to make my topic about World War II, and they were like, "No, that's for group 8. You're not allowed. It's restricted." Like it was fucking Harry Potter or something.
It's just like Harry Potter in the library.
Yeah, restricted section. Like we were use Word for this, and if you have like you've done your chapter, like you had like 5 chapters, and you had to talk about various things, and the fucking if you like this happened a lot of times. If you try to print it out, like for some reason sometimes it was set at like 99 papers, so sometimes like fucking kids would just like print out 99 of the same papers, and like the fucking teacher, like there was always this computer lady just sitting there, and if you accidentally did that shit, you had to make a fucking art for her that said sorry for printing out 99 papers. And it was just like it was a lot of them on her wall, and it just said like sorry for printing out 99 papers with like fucking beautiful flowers and shit. It looked really stupid.
Beautiful.
But yeah, that class was fucking like, it was pretty stupid.
Oh hey, the week poll, somebody voted for other one-off random shit.
It was me.
Was
No.
it you?
So I think it's about time we wrap this up.
Yeah, we wrap this up.
Not to date the video, December 2nd,
Shut up.
2020.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry
You know,
Christmas, everyone.
actually, no, never mind. See you guys later.
Good night. Good.
See you guys
Good
tomorrow.
morning. This is early in the morning. Like, how could you forget our brand?
What if it's like late at night for
Well,
me?
shut up. Well, we actually
Well,
we try to pick a
Go to
date.
Deep Sheep.
Like look, we pick a date. Like for example, if we pick 2 a.m., what is that, like 8 a.m. for you, Egg? Right?
I believe so.
I think it's
yes.
10 a.m. That's still morning though, I would say. So good enough.
When did we start like filming Golden Chef? Wasn't that like for you guys like 12?
It was like the
PM?
middle of the day, and then by the end it was like later in the day.
Like,
We literally spent that
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah,
What are we
like,
doing?
if
We're ending the
it's 12
podcast.
It's at 12 p.m. For you guys. It's like 7 p.m.
Yes.
for me.
Okay.
All right,
thank
there
you.
go.
Thank you everybody for
My
wanking.
dick is hard. I want to jack off.
alright, goodbye,
Bye-bye.
everybody. I want
Goodbye,
you all to know that I
everyone.
love
Dabs and nays for all.
all time.
Hold on,
Gaysex.com.
I gotta do this perfectly where I stop at the same time. And